EMNAT is a unique construct. It's a coalition of different players from different sectors of society, including civil society and the government. At times, civil society is hesitant to be bedfellows with government, and rightly so. Civil society is there to take a critical look at how things are being done by authorities of the day. Government agenda is not always coming out as people's agenda. And these differences need to be brought to light. This relationship is not limited to a critical look, but also critical voice. When things are not going the right way, democracy should include the voices of people through their different expressions, political or non-political. Within the church context, we normally say that we should have a prophetic voice. EMNAT represents another relationship between government and civil society, and also private sector. The agenda is one and the same. Let us get rid of the ills of human trafficking. This is why we all should feel comfortable in joining hands, whether we are representing the government, private sector, civil society, or international partners like NCA. The championing of human dignity is your responsibility as Malawians, but as an organization built on the basic value of human dignity, NCA finds it logical and important to be part and parcel of EMNAT.
The Malawi Network Against Trafficking was formed in 2006 by the Ministry of Gender, Disability, Children and Social Welfare Services with support from UNICEF. EMNAT was established as a national consultative stakeholders forum in the fight against trafficking in persons through coordination, cooperation and communication among state and non-state actors. Eye of the Child, which is a local non-government organization, was appointed as EMNAT coordinating NGO. We are very grateful for this honor and the trust government of Malawi and the stakeholders have on our organization, Eye of the Child. It is now 11 years since we have been providing services to the Malawi Network Against Trafficking, as outlined in the network plan of action. EMNAT adopted its plan of action in February 2006 at its first network meeting, which addresses 6 thematic areas, namely 1, coordination, partnership and monitoring, 2, prevention and social mobilization, 3, rescue, rehabilitation and reintegration, 4, training and capacity building, 5, research and advocacy, and 6, fundraising and resource mobilization. Amongst these achievements, the Malawi Network Against Trafficking coordinated the Ministry of Gender National Survey on Child Trafficking, which was supported by UNICEF, International Labour Organization, and the Malawi Human Rights Resource Center. UN Women, which is also a member of the network, provided lobbying support for the enactment of Trafficking in Persons Act. Honorable Minister, Norwegian Church Aid provides financial and technical support for network forums and advocacy. Other agencies which provide technical support are the International Organization for Migration, IOM, United Nations for Organization of Drugs and Crime, and the United States. Currently, the Malawi Network Against Trafficking has over 123 consultative members and partners. Honorable Minister Emnat resolved to strengthen its governance, operations and support to the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security with the implementation of the Trafficking in Persons Act and in establishing the Coordination Committee as a policy body.
The Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security is a policy holder for the legislation on trafficking in persons. As a government, we are not going to end trafficking in persons without this beautiful gathering. We recognize in government that we can set the policy, but without your active participation, there's nothing that we can achieve. Therefore, this gathering to us as a ministry is more than important and testimony that Malawi as a country is moving together with its citizens, all of us getting involved in ending this scourge that is giving us a bad name. We should not even mind that other countries are going through the same problems, but this is Malawi. We must have a clean record where our citizens enjoy all the benefits that the state can offer in terms of security and development.
Trafficking in persons is a serious crime that causes untold misery to millions of lives across the world and its thousands in Malawi. Men, women, boys and girls are trafficked for a wide range of exploitative purposes such as forced labor, sexual exploitation, or domestic service. It's sad truth that significant number of trafficked victims originate from our own neighborhood and family. The people who are mostly involved are Malawians. But I would like to assure that my ministry, I'll make sure if there are any officers, police officers, whether immigration, who are involved in trafficking, we're not going to spare them. They'll make sure that they face the law. Since I have the OC, please pass this message to the officers. We need to take this issue seriously. Because we have been blamed at a certain time that even our officers are the ones who are really in trafficking. Sometimes we give these traffickers our uniforms. I think that should be seriously stopped. The government of Malawi is committed to create a nation free of trafficking in persons. As you may be aware, the government ratified the UN Convention against the Traditional Organized Crime and its two protocols, the Trafficking Protocol and the Protocol against smuggling of migrants by land, sea, air, on March 17, 2005. Furthermore, the Government International Committee was reaffirmed by His Excellency, the State President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, who promised Malawians during the International Human Rights Day function in 2014, enacted a law that will strongly protect Malawi from trafficking in persons. This was finally fulfilled in 2015 when Malawi and His Excellency's leadership enacted the Phase Ever Trafficking Person Act, number 3 of 2015. Therefore, my ministry will continue to provide leadership, policy direction, and guidance required for the fight against trafficking in persons.
So far, so good in terms of milestone. I know in Malawi, we didn't take long to pass a law, but I think of mandates with the trafficking, it has taken long, but finally we're there. It's easier when we've got a legal framework, and would like to applaud government for that. So thank you once again, together with the PS there. We hope the support that you have given, I think, will help us in order to roll out properly the program.
tell ourselves that we are religious. Muslims and the Christians maybe make more than 95%. But why is it that all of us engage in trafficking? Because even some of us in our families, we go to our villages to get those kids who are very poor as house boys, house girls, and don't pay them. We are here. Let's not pretend. Let us practice what we are preaching. It is important that as we meet, really, humility is the best thing that you can have in this world. You can have many cars, you can have many workers, but at the end of the day, all of us want to go to heaven. I know some of you maybe you have been there and you came back. Some of us haven't been there. So all I can say to you is, let us go back to our villages. Let us tell all our Christians, all Muslims, whether they're Buddhists, whatever religion, they need for us to look at human life as something that God gave and He cherishes, and we must look after it properly. We can have institutions. Government has got courts, the police, the army. At the end of the day, we believe that the church is the best guarantee of peace and security.